What is up, everybody, and thank you so very much for watching this review. My name is Scott. I'm a youth pastor. I'm also a husband and a father, and this is Burton's Beard Review. So glad that you are all here watching this review right now. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hope that you enjoy what you see here and what you're hearing. If you want to, consider subscribing to the channel and also hitting that notification bell so you guys get all the updates on all the videos. And to all those of you who have already subscribed to this channel, you know how much I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so very much, and thanks for watching another one of these videos. Today we're going to be talking about a company that is based out of New Brunswick, Canada, that is on the east coast of Canada, and also known as like the Maritimes. And I am super stoked because I get to talk about a company that I saw on TV. They're Canadian, so this is a great thing. I'm even rocking, you know, the Rampage Coffee, another great Canadian company. Go and check them out. I got an affiliate code with them that you guys can see in the description below. But here we go. Let's jump into this and let's talk about Sussex Beard Oil Merchants. That's who we have here today, and I am super stoked to talk about them. One of the reasons why I'm super stoked to talk about these guys is because I've actually seen this company on TV. That's right. I saw them on a show called DragonsDen. It was on season 10. You guys can go and watch that on YouTube. Absolutely one of the coolest things I've ever seen is seeing a beard products company on a show like DragonsDen. For our American friends, if you're watching this and you're going, what is DragonsDen? DragonsDen is basically like Shark Tank. And I was a huge fan of both of these shows, but I really do like the Canadian version. I do like DragonsDen. Kevin O'Leary, what an absolute beauty, but he's more on Shark Tank than he is on the DragonsDen. But absolutely, it's such a cool thing. And seeing these guys on TV and hearing, you know, them even getting a deal with Michelle and Weck was just one of the coolest things to witness for a beard products company. And I reached out to these guys, congratulated them, just wanted to give them, you know, my support. And they reached out to me after, and they actually wanted to send me over some products, which I was super stoked about. And so I've got 3 different products here. Technically I've got 2 oils, and I've got a product that they call their Beard and Beyond bar soap, which basically I would just call it a beard soap. But let's just look at these products. Let's get into the price, and then we'll move on to the rest of this review. So the price of these products, if you're looking at a 1 ounce beard oil from Sussex, it's going to cost you $22.95. I would say it's kind of more on the normal like medium to high price for a beard oil, but overall it's still at a very decent price. It's not, you know, breaking the bank. And also too, if you guys want to, you guys can save 15% off of your purchase if you use SCOTT15, and that will save you 15% off of your purchase. So go ahead and try that and use that. Especially for Canadians, it's really nice because the shipping isn't as bad if we were, you know, ordering internationally. But for our American friends or anyone else who is watching this, and if you're shipping out of if you're purchasing internationally, you guys can use that discount code, and that will save you some money. So that's great. That's awesome. The next thing that I have here is the beard soap, and this is a 90 gram. It says 90 grams, and this is what it looks like. I have used this now for about maybe, probably 2 months or so, and I still have quite a fair bit left to go. But this right here, this bar of soap will cost you $12. That's a great deal. I actually really do like that. I'm not a humongous fan of you know, like of the soaps for beards. I don't know why. I'm just more of like a classic, you know, I just want to like squirt and apply, you know. But the soaps are doing really great, and I think a lot of people are starting to enjoy them a lot more. So that's a great deal, I think, for a bar of soap that you'll be using, you know, once a day. Fantastic. Next thing let's jump into is the presentation of these products. Now the presentation for Sussex, I would kind of give it more of like that classic type of look, you know. I do like the look of the bottles. I do like the look of, you know, with the calligraphy. It's kind of got like, you know, a little bit like an old school Western kind of vibe to it. You think East Coast, you're like, that doesn't really make much sense, but it's kind of got like that saloon kind of look to it. And that's what I pick up when I see the labeling, is I just see Sussex just reminds me of that old school kind of beard oil, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just got that distinct look to it, and I'm a big fan of it. The one thing that I would suggest is just adding, you know, like a scent profile on the labeling. I found that to be a little bit tricky. I had to go online to see what the scent profiles actually were for these beard oils. I don't have an amazing nose, so I can pick up on things I like. but for some reason there was a few that I just couldn't pick up on that I'm like, what is that scent? I think it's this, but I have to go online and check and just to double check. So that I would make sure just in the future, just adding that scent profile on the labeling, I think that'd be absolutely excellent, just to help people, especially when you're looking at like the beard soaps, beard oils, all the other products you guys have. I think that would just be a big help for people. But the one thing I really did like about these beard oils actually was the feel of the actual bottle itself. It's a nice kind of like longer 1 ounce beard oil, and I like the restrictor caps. Now I'm not necessarily like, I'm not like a die-hard, restrictor cap fan, but I really did like these ones. If you guys are wondering what a restrictor cap is, basically it's a plastic stem that goes into the bottle, and it basically what it does is that it restricts how much oil you are actually applying onto your hand. So if I took this and I started going like this, only a few drops would come out. You have to really like just sit there and just to get the proper amount that you want. I find these actually to be super helpful, especially if you knock something over. It's the spillage, the casualty of the oil won't be as much as, if you had like an open dropper or like an open lid or anything like that, right? So it really does kind of restrict the amount of product that you're going to be using, and I think that's actually a great, I think that's a great tool for me, because I use far too much, and I've had to learn my lessons. I've had too many shirts that have gone, that I've had to throw away because there's just so much oil on them because of my beard, and so I have learned that lesson that you don't need a lot, so don't use too much. But that is what a restrictor cap does. It just restricts the amount of oil that you're going to be using in your beard. Now, everyone's got their own favorite. If you don't like that, that's totally fine. That's you do you. But that is the presentation. Now let's move on to the next thing, and that is the scent profile. Now the scent profile, I actually just put in the Sussex oil. I just put in the merchant scent, and I really do like this one a lot. This is probably my favorite out of the two. This one is a peppermint, tea tree, and lavender. Peppermint, tea tree, and lavender. I really am a big fan of the tea tree. I'm a big fan of peppermint, and lavender is number one for me. There's something about lavender that is so soothing, it's relaxing, and it just gives off a great, it ties in really well with a lot of, different, essential oils, the fragrances and stuff like that. I just really am a big fan of lavender. I'm pretty sure it was one company that got me hooked on it, and I've just been a big fan ever since. But I do like this one. Really great classic feel to it. The next one here is the ginger, tea tree, and bergamot, and that is what I have here. This is the Sussex ginger. Now this one, although I do like the look of it, like just like how it pops on the bottle here, the one thing that I didn't really like about this was the ginger. Now ginger, in my opinion, has more of kind of like a drier smell to it, and I think that's kind of what I picked up the most on. Yeah, there's a little bit of like that dry and sweet kind of profile. I think it's like the bergamot and the ginger are kind of going back and forth with each other on me there. And it's the tea tree, I think, that adds a little bit more of like it's a kick. It really is like whoa, like that's kind of strong. But I don't mind it. It's not my favorite, but I don't mind it. Like I can settle with it. I think what I actually do get when I smell both of these, I'm like, these both just remind me of like that classic beard oil that I remember trying out when I first was looking at beard oil, and I'm like, what is beard oil? And someone's just like, here, try this. And I've picked up on these scents before. I'm like, yes, this is just a classic smell. And there's nothing wrong with that. They're not my two favorite scents in the world, but I don't mind the scents. They're really great. And the longevity of these scents is pretty good, actually. You get about maybe 7 to 8 hours with these scents. They do last quite a fair bit of time. And, everything else, it works really well. So that is the scent profile. And best compliment that I've gotten so far is I put in, I can't remember which one it was, but I've tried both of them for a while now. And for the week that I was using them, I came out of the bathroom and Emily's just like, she's like sniffing. She's like, what is that? What do you have in beard? And I'm just like, oh, it's the Sussex. And it's either the ginger or like the merchants. And she's like, it smells manly. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what you pick up. It has a very manly scent. But if you do want to know, Emily, my wife's favorite scent actually was the Merchant's one. She didn't really like the ginger one. She's like, that's super, super strong, but she's pregnant, so that her senses are just heightened a lot right now. So her favorite one out of the two was the Merchant's one. So good job on that one, guys. And honestly, the one thing that I would just love to see for Sussex is just adding more scent profiles, please. I know we got 2 here right now. I hope there's more coming down in the future, but I really would love to see you guys just expand that library and that catalog of different beard scents, because I would love to see you guys add more to the catalog of scents, because those 2 right there are great, and I think you guys could just add more down the pipeline here, because I think you got something going here. This is great. This is good stuff. Now let's go into the last part, and that's the feel-in beard. Now, what is the feel-in beard like for these products? Well, I'll say right now, the soap totally surprised me. I didn't know what to expect from a bar soap. I didn't really know what to expect while using it. I was kind of like, I was a newbie trying to use this thing. I was putting this into my beard and just going, is this what I'm supposed to do? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I found this thing felt amazing in my beard. It felt very sooty. Now, I've heard that, sooty doesn't mean, clean. It just means it's sooty. But I found it to be excellent how it worked into my beard, got right into my skin, I could even put on my arms, and, it just felt really, really nice. And I think the big thing that I pulled away from it was that my beard actually felt very refreshed. It didn't feel like anything, like, it didn't come out feeling super dry. Like, it didn't rinse away or, strip any of the, the natural oils of my beard. And so I just found like this to be a nice refreshing beard soap. And for $12, I'm like, this is actually pretty decent. But the oils, I was really shocked by this. I really was. Like, the thickness, the consistency of it, it's kind of like a medium viscosity. And, the one thing that I did actually like when I was using this product was that I've been using a blow dryer. So just recently I straightened out my beard. I use a heated beard brush, but my go-to is a blow dryer in the morning. So I go into the shower, I rinse off and everything else, and then I dry my beard, try to get 70%. I think it was Dan C. Beard that once said it, where it's like, you want to get your beard 70% dry. I just dry out my beard, and then what I do is I just put in some beard oil. I put that into my beard. I let it sit for about maybe 2 to 5 minutes or so, and then what I do is I take my comb, I take my blow dryer, and I just start to go through my beard and just start to kind of puff it out a little bit, get those hairs expanding, and start combing it out. And man, this oil does excellent with that method. And I think all beard oils do super well with with the blow dryer. I haven't tried with the heated beard brush yet. I probably will at some point. I don't know what the actual heat ratio is for it. I don't know if there's some. I heard there's a test about this. I'm not too sure, but I found this to be an excellent beard oil to get nice and heated up. The aromas, everything else, even the one that I didn't like as much, the ginger and the tea tree and the bergamot one, it just took over the room, and it smells amazing and does super well with that. And it lasts a very, very long time. And it lasts a very long time. But the other thing that it really does is it actually creates a really, really nice shine. Like, I just put it in just now, about maybe a couple minutes ago, and honestly, I'm a huge fan of this, man. I'm a huge fan of these oils. They're super great. Yeah, shiny beard, oh, so good, so good. It really surprised me. It really did surprise me. So overall, those are my thoughts on the products that I have here in front of me. And I guess for me, it comes now down to it where we talk about the rating. And that is, my rating that I like to give is, below average, average, and above average. This is tough, right? I feel like for the 2 scents that I've tried so far, I'd like to see more from these guys. I think because they don't have such a large variety yet, and everything else, man, what would I give these guys? This is tough for me. I think I'm gonna give these guys average. I'm gonna give these guys average. I think that there are a few things that I would love to see more of. Like for the scent profiles on the labeling. To having more different variety of different products here. I really do think that they have a lot of really great things here. I really do. I really think like the oil does an excellent job. Longevity of the scents, very clean. It's it's also it lasts a pretty long time. You know, the feel and beard, excellent on all the products here. The scents, you know, one of them I really did enjoy. The other one I didn't really enjoy as much. You know, scent profiles and labeling, I think that can change a little bit. But overall, it's a really great product. It really is. I really do enjoy it a lot. I think that I would like to see Sussex just kind of grow into expanding, getting more products out there, you know, different scent profiles to choose from. But when I see Sussex, I just say this is a classic beard oil. This is a classic beard oil. There's nothing wrong with classics. They're great. I think that, you know, I would just like to see them maybe just expand a little bit more and go beyond the typical, you know, beard oil scents like the gingers and the tea tree, ginger, bergamot. Like I would love to see them expand a little bit more, try a few different other scents out there. Man, when I think of the East Coast, the first thing that I want to smell is like, you know, like the ocean, you know, so getting some kind of like aquatic kind of view to it. Or I want to be like, if I'm sitting by the water, I want to be drinking a nice cup of coffee, you know, so like get into like a coffee roast if you can, or something that kind of mimics that. But overall, I would say this is definitely a company that you guys you're gonna want to check out because they got a lot to offer here. And as seen on Dragon's Den, totally worth it. They're worth the deal. And so yeah, guys, that is my review for Sussex. Again, use Scott15, save yourself 15% off of your purchase. And thanks again so very much for watching this review. If you guys, my question for you is, if you have been to Canada, what is your favorite place to go and visit? Is it the East Coast? Is it the West Coast? Is it, you know, the prairies? Where is it? Share that in the comment section below. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in the next review. Take care, God bless, and we'll see you around.